Hey there! Today, I'm going to tell you an incredible story from the Bible. It's about a woman named Ruth, and trust me, you're going to love it. Ruth's tale is one of loyalty, courage, and faith, and it all begins in a place called Moab. So, Ruth was originally from Moab, a country neighboring Israel. She wasn't Jewish herself, but she married into a Jewish family. Her husband, along with his brother and father, sadly passed away, leaving Ruth, her sister-in-law Orpah, and her mother-in-law Naomi in a tough spot. Naomi decided to return to her homeland, Bethlehem in Israel, and she urged Ruth and Orpah to stay in Moab and start fresh. Here's where Ruth's character truly shines. Orpah decided to stay, but Ruth, she clung to Naomi. She made a powerful declaration. "Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God." Wow, I mean, talk about loyalty, right? Ruth and Naomi traveled to Bethlehem together. It wasn't easy. They were widows with very little to their names. But Ruth didn't just sit back in despair, and she took action. Ruth went out into the fields to glean grain, picking up the leftovers after the harvesters had gone through. This was hard work, but it showed her determination and willingness to support Naomi. Now, enter Boaz. Boaz was a wealthy and influential man in Bethlehem, and the field Ruth was working in happened to be his. When Boaz saw Ruth, he was impressed by her dedication and kindness towards Naomi. He made sure she was protected while she worked and even allowed her to gather more grain than usual. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Naomi saw an opportunity for Ruth to have a better future, and she advised Ruth to approach Boaz as a potential husband. This might sound a bit unusual today, but it was a bold move for Ruth. She followed Naomi's advice and approached Boaz at night, asking him to take her under his wing as her kinsman redeemer. Boaz was moved by Ruth's bravery and integrity. He agreed to marry her, but there was a slight hitch. There was another relative who had the first right to marry Ruth. Boaz, being the honorable man he was, approached this relative. Fortunately, the relative declined, and Boaz and Ruth were able to marry. Their union was blessed, and they had a son named Obed. Now here's the kicker. Obed became the grandfather of King David, making Ruth an ancestor of Jesus Christ. Isn't that amazing? Ruth's story is one of unwavering faith, loyalty, and divine providence. It shows how God can weave the most extraordinary stories from the lives of ordinary people. So the next time you think life's challenges are too big, remember Ruth and how her journey from Moab to Bethlehem changed the course of history. Thanks for watching. See you next time.